Greetings, my brothers and sisters. Today's message is about the word obedience. And what does obedience really mean? You see, we are supposed to set ourselves apart because we are supposed to be holy as He is holy. Because friendship with the world is enmity against God. If you are chasing the things that are in this world, and you are putting the things of this world first, then you will continue to fail. Because how do we set ourselves apart? How do we set ourselves apart from the rest of the world? I'll let you in on a little secret. It is by keeping the commandments of the Most High and having the testimony of His Son, Yahushua HaMashiach. You see, here is the patience of the saints. Those that keep the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of His Son, Yahushua. Because the devil was wroth and made war with the remnant of her seed. Those that keep the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of Yahushua HaMashiach. You see, these words that are told in Revelation 12:17, 14:12, they are confirmed by the words of Isaiah himself in Isaiah 8:20. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. Yahushua told us that He was the light of the world. And in Him is no darkness at all. And why do we call Him Lord, Lord, and not do the things He tells us to do? Because He tells us in Matthew chapter 5 that until heaven and earth pass away, not one jot, not one tittle will in no wise escape from the law until all things be fulfilled. He says that unless our righteousness exceeds that of the scribes and the Pharisees, we shall in no wise reach the kingdom of heaven. Now the scribes and the Pharisees outwardly were righteous, weren't they? They wore their tzitzits long, their phylacteries were thick, and they loved to sit in the head places of the marketplaces and have their rings kissed. This is exactly what Yahushua preached against in Matthew 24:23. You see, we are to try to be righteous. We keep the commandments because we are saved, not to get saved. This is obedience. Obedience means a lot more than not drinking and not smoking. Obedience to the Most High is to walk in the ways that He wants us to walk. The commandments of the Most High are forever and eternal, as the Father Himself says in Deuteronomy 5:29. And Ezekiel 31:13. Moses says it in Deuteronomy 11:1 and 29:29. Isaiah says it in 24:5 and 66:23. David says it in Psalm 119. His son Solomon says it in Ecclesiastes 12:13. Ezra says it in 1 Chronicles 16 verses 15 through 17. The Apostle John says it in 1 John 5, chapters 2 and 3. James says it in chapter 2, but most importantly, the Son of the living Elohim of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob says it in Matthew chapter 5. The last chapter in Revelation 22 says it all. Blessed are those that keep the commandments of the Most High, so they can enter into the kingdom of heaven. For without are dogs and sorcerers and idolaters and those who enchant with drugs, and whoever believeth and loveth and maketh a lie. The Father is testing us to see who is going to do as He commands. Who is going to follow Him? Who is going to follow His Son? Anybody can just say the words, "I believe in Jesus Christ." But as His Son says, they honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. For they teach doctrines of man as the commandments of God. Please, my brothers and sisters, please, heed these warnings and repent. Live in humility. Seek the things of the Most High, and everything else will be given to you. Don't chase your portfolio. Don't chase your bank account. Don't just honor Him with your lips and in your heart live as the heathen do. My brothers and sisters, the truth is so simple. Keep the commandments of the Most High and hold on to the testimony of Yahushua HaMashiach. Believe me, your life will be so much better. It is a blessing to keep the commandments of the Most High. Does that mean that you're perfect? No. Because you will mess up every day, but you know what? We have someone up there who was advocate for us in front of the Father. And He knows those who are really trying and those who are really not. Take heed, brothers and sisters. Don't let any man deceive you. Keep the commandments of the Most High and the testimony of His Son, Yahushua HaMashiach. I love each and every one of you. Shalom, my brothers and sisters.